Good morning. Welcome back to Family Circus again with me, Kelly. It's so windy outside, so I wonder if you can hear all that wind out there. Hopefully it's not too loud. Alright, so I'll just crack into what we're going to cover this week. So we're going to play a game to start off with. Get our bodies warm and moving with some jumping and some running around and finding things in your house. Then we're going to get some juggling underway, so some different types of juggling, and some tumbling. So we're going to do the next few steps of our cartwheel, so getting a bit closer to doing some cartwheels. And also doing some more rolls and a new roll. And then know your shapes, so practicing those important circus shapes that we learned a few weeks ago again. Wow, that wind. And then we're going to get into a circuit. Kia ora Robin, kia ora Eleanor. And then cool down with some nice stretching. Alright. Cool. Okie dokie. So, the way that the game is going to work is that you are going to run around and find some different things in your house. So, the first one that I want you to find is going to be something that ticks. Something that goes tick, 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 tick. So go and find something in your house that ticks. Once you're there, I want you to do 5 big star jumps, just like this. 5. Okay. So 5 big star jumps when you find something in your house that goes tick, 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 and go. Hiya! Awesome, glad that you are joining us today with 2 little ones. Hopefully you can find something in your house that goes tick, tick, tick. Alrighty, did you find something? Maybe you found a clock or a timer or something. Yeah, hopefully you found something and did your star jumps. Alrighty, so the next thing that we're gonna find is something that opens and closes. So something that you can pull open, something that you can push shut. Okay, so go and find something you can open and shut. When you're there, I want you to do 5 again. So tahi, rua, toru, wha, rima. We're going to do 5 straight jumps, okay? So for our straight jump, we want our feet together, our hands together, squishing our ears. We're reaching up as tall as we can and bending the knees, pushing up tall. Bend, push. Okay, so reaching as high as you can. 5 jumps next to something that you can open and close. Alright, and go. Tick, 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 tick. Alrighty. Cool, so something that opens and closes could be a door, or it could be a box, maybe a toy box, something, a lid. Cool. Alright, the next thing that we're gonna try is trying to find something that spins around, okay? Something that goes all the way around in a circle. So you're going to try and find something that turns around. And when you're there, I want you to do another 5 jumps, and they're going to be our tuck jumps. So that means that we're jumping our knees up as high as we can, and our arms coming down. So we would go, okay, so we're going to try and touch our knees when we jump. So we're going to go 5 big tuck jumps with something that spins around in your house. All right, let's go. Alrighty, so something that spins around, that might be the washing machine perhaps, or the dryer spins around and around when the clothes are washing or drying in it. Alrighty, cool. So, we'll move on. So we're gonna do, that was a really good job with that game, everyone. Hopefully we're feeling a bit warmer with jumping and running around of it. So we'll get into some of our juggling. So this is where you need your bowl or your bucket and your pairs of socks or your little ball. Okay? Alrighty. So we're going to start off with just our pair of socks for now. And it's been a while since we just did a nice little throw, oops, hand to hand for our juggling. So we're just throwing up and to your other hand. Okay, so I'll just give you a little bit of time to get back used to that because it's been a little while since we practiced it. So try throwing one hand to the other, up like a big rainbow. Okay? Up and over. So just taking your time, there's no rush. It gets a bit hard if it's fast and quick. If you go nice and slow, then it's easier to catch, okay? Alright, so once you tried it by yourself, give it another go with throwing it to your buddy that's with you, okay? So we're going to throw it to someone else, we're going to do a nice underarm throw, so we're not throwing over, we're going to go big scoop under, and throw it over to your buddy, okay? Who will catch it, and then they'll throw it nice scoop under back to you. Alrighty, cool. And so just a few more by yourself as well. So under, up. Nice little throws. Okay, so now we've got a good amount of practice for when we bring in our bucket. So you're going to do this with your buddy as well, so we all get a turn at it. So the first one that I want you to do is to place your bucket on your head. Okay, so you can try and balance it there if you like. So if you have a nice tall spine, so sitting up as tall as you can, placing your bucket on your head. If you can balance it here, then that's great. You just got to keep, nice and still and sitting up nice and tall. Okay, takes a bit of practice. There we are. Cool. So you can keep your bucket here, or you can hold it with your hands if that's a bit challenging. Okay, so we're going to keep our bucket on our head. Our buddy is going to come around with a pair of socks, and you can sit a little bit further away from them, have your bucket ready, and they're going to do their nice underarm throw and try and get their socks into the bucket. Okay? So you're trying to throw into your buddy's bucket on their head, like so. Okay? So give that a go. It's great because you can control how far or close you are, and your buddy can help you catch it by moving the bucket to help you out. Okie dokie, cool. So, an important circus shape that we've covered before is our cat shape. So, just like a cat, meow, right? So, we're going to have our hands under our shoulders, our hips under our knees, a nice square shape here, like a cat. And so, we're not going to arch, we're not going to let it up this way, it'll be nice and flat. So a nice long flat spine here, like a cat. And then we're going to take our bucket or our bowl and place it on our long flat spine here. Okay? So we're going to balance our bucket here, just like this. And then our buddy can come along again with their pair of socks, and we're going to try and throw it into their bucket. Okay, so you're going to try and throw in and get it. Again, as your buddy, you can help by moving, or you can make it harder by moving. Alright? So you can decide to work together or make it a bit more challenging. So we'll make sure that everyone gets a turn at that, with balancing the bucket on their cat shape. Make sure you have a nice long flat back, because it's hard to balance a bucket if your back is arched like this. It's much harder to balance, see? And it's harder to move like this. Oh, it's a bit crooked. So you want to go nice and flat, and it makes the bucket nice and straight. There we go. This is an important shape for us to remember for later, because we're going to do some cat shape rolls. Alrighty, cool bananas. So, last week we did some foot juggling with a cushion on our feet. So, we're going to try balancing our bucket on our feet. So we're going to lie on our back, place the bucket on our feet, and push our feet up. Nice and straight legs. So feet over your hips. Here. Okay? So then your buddy can try and throw it into the bucket on your feet. They can also try and make it lower and higher as well. So we'll make sure that everyone gets a turn at trying to throw into that bucket too on the feet, and trying to balance the bucket on their feet as well. Okie dokie. Alright, so great work. Good throwing and catching there. And hopefully you got a good mix of working as a team and making it a little bit more challenging. Alright, so just get into your space so you can clear away your socks and your bucket or your ball, and we're going to get back into our tumbling. So before we do that, grab a drink of water because we haven't had a chance for that yet. We've got to stay hydrated even if it's raining outside. Alrighty, once we've done that, we'll come into our space and we'll practice again our forwards rolls from last week. So, to remind you, really important, do you remember what you do with your chin? So what was it that you do with your chin? Do you stick your chin out like this? Or do you tuck it in like this? You tuck it in like this, don't you? So remember, I said last week, we don't want to be turtles with our head stuck out. We want to be tucked into our shells. So, we're going to place our hands in front in our nice little squat, like a duck. We're going to tuck our chin in, reaching long, pushing our legs straight, tucking our chin, and landing on the top of our back with our chin tucked in nice and tight. So remembering buddy spotting, so bigger person spotting, they're going to spot us behind our back and behind our legs to help us over nice and smoothly. So when you're doing your roll, make sure you stay a tight little egg. You don't want to open out in the middle of it. Alright, so making sure that we all get to have a turn at our forwards roll, tucking our chin. If you've got that, remembering that you can straighten your legs at the top. So, straight legs, tuck in. We also want to think about keeping our feet together nice and tight. So remember as well, it's important for us to have a friend, a bigger person, to help us out, spotting us with this, to help keep us safe. Because it's really important that we stay safe and help us to not get hurt with this move. Alright. Okie dokie. So, last week we also did a backwards roll. Okay? So, again we're going to be spotted. The bigger person has their hands the opposite way around, so hands on the front of the shoulder and behind the back to help over. Cool. So, we're facing backwards this time. Our hands on our shoulders, ready to push the floor away. So we're going backwards, over, and push the floor away with your hands. Again, we want to be a nice tight egg. We don't want to open up. So we'll stay nice and tight. Feet together, like they're super glued together and you can't move them apart. Remember, tucking your chin in again, gluing your chin down to your chest, or trying to touch your chin down to here. Okie dokie. Alright, so this time we are going to try our new roll, like I mentioned before, the cat roll. Okay, so by now we're all really good at our cat shape. So we're going to get into our nice long flat back, our hands under our shoulders, our knees under our hips, nice flat tabletop cat. And then what's going to happen, something quite exciting, we're going to bend down as we roll. So we're going to bend our arms and roll over our back and push up to our cat again. Okay? So if you're rolling that way, we're going to bend our arms, bend our knees, roll over our back and push up to a cat again. Okay? So give that a go. Make sure you have a turn at your cat roll. It's a really fun way to roll around and move as a cat. Feel free to meow and purr like a cat might as well. Sound effects are fantastic and makes it more fun. So make sure you go both ways. Try rolling one way and rolling back the other way. So the trick is to keep your knees in nice and tight in our nice tight little ball again. Trying not to open out too much. Okie dokie. The next step on that is you can straighten your legs a bit. So it will look like this. So you are still in your ball, you're just going to make your legs nice and long. So bending your arms, bending your knees, here, when we're here on the side, straightening the legs, and coming back into our cat roll. So give yourself a turn at that. It's a bit more challenging, but it's good to give it a go. Okay, so once we've had a turn at that, we're going to move back to our cartwheel and add another step onto it. So last week, we were working on having the same side hand and foot going foot, hand, foot, foot, standing up straight, facing the way we came from. Okay? So standing up straight, ears squishing your shoulders, foot, hand, foot, foot. Straight. Reaching as tall as you can to the sky. Foot, hand, foot, foot. Alright, so we had lots of goes at that last week. Now we're going to try and add a little bit of a jump onto that. Okay? So, standing up straight, we're going to go foot, hand, jump, jump, up straight. Okay? So instead of going step, step with our feet, we're going to go jump, jump. So I'll show you that one more time. Hands up straight, foot, hand, jump, jump, straight. So you're going to try and lift your legs up nice and high. And then the trick with a cartwheel is just jumping higher and higher. So as we start jumping our legs higher, we will get our bigger person to help us with this and help keep us safe. So the bigger people can stand behind. So if my shoulders are facing out, then the bigger person is going to stand here and support the shoulders. You can also support the hips and help bring the legs over by holding in the hips as they kick their legs over. Okay, so I'll try again, the legs a little bit higher. We'll go foot, hand, foot, foot. Okay? So, we're going to try it a little bit faster this time. We're not going to wait until both hands are on the floor. We're going to try a little bit faster. So we're going to go foot, hand, start jumping a bit faster. Okay? Okay. So try and jump your feet off the floor a bit faster. We're also going to try and straighten our legs out a bit longer in our cartwheel. Because eventually when you do a full cartwheel, you're going to have straight arms and straight legs. So, we will go straight legs as we jump over. So give yourself some more goes of the cartwheel, making sure that your big person is helping you lift your legs higher and higher off the ground. Okie dokie. Hey, well, great work on your tumbling section. That was a lot of rolling and jumping around, so hopefully we got a little bit further along with our cartwheels. Alright, so this is a great time to get a drink of water. So go and have some water. And then we're going to grab our pieces of paper and get those ready. So, we're going to start off, we're going to spread our pieces of paper about. And this is going to be a game that will help us to remember our shapes. So I think I told you we were doing the circuit next, but instead we'll just play the game first now. So just take your pieces of paper, spread them out across the floor. So I've got 4 pieces out here. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Okay, 4 pieces spread across the space. If you have more room than I do, please feel free to use it. Cool. Okie dokie. So, just to start off and get used to the game again, because it's been a few weeks since we played musical dots. So I'm going to play some music and you're going to move around the space. So we'll just walk around for now. Walking, walking, walking. When the music stops, then you need to jump on a dot and wait there. Okay? So this is just a practice round, and then it's going to include our important circus shapes once we have had a chance to remember the game. Alrighty, so I will start the music and you're going to walk around the dots. And now. Cool, so music's going. We're moving around. Moving, 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 having a boogie. Woo-hoo. And stop. Music stop. So find a dot. And wait on that. Did you find a dot? Alright, and that's how the game's going to work. So, this time, we're going to move around as tall as we can. And when the music stops, I'll give you an instruction. Okay? So music starting, walking tall. tall as you can. On your tiptoes, reaching high. Oh, find a dot. And when you find a dot, I want you to show me a straddle shape. Is everyone in their straddle shape? Nice long legs, arms up, squishing your ears, wide legs. Nice work, cool. And this time, we'll walk around as our frogs. So frog jumps. Okay, hands in front, jumping the feet to your hands. Ribbit, ribbit. Alright, moving around as frogs. Ready? Let's go. And stop. Alrighty, find your dot, and this time we are going to do our tuck shape. So we went from straddle, and now we'll go tuck. So knees in tight to your chest. Cool, this is our nice tight tuck shape. Just like our tuck jumps from before. Alrighty. Okie dokie, so moving around again in the space, and we're going to move around with our bear walk. Okay. Alright, so moving around as bears, and let's go. Space, and we're going to move around. I don't think my music's working, but that's okay. So bear walks, nice long arms, legs out to the side. There's the music. We found it. Alrighty. And stuffing. Find your little dot. So we did our straddle, we did our tuck, and this time we're going to do our plank. So we had nice long arms, long legs, long straight body, and a plank or a bridge. So everyone come into your plank. Cool, great work. Nice job, everyone. Alright, so now we'll leave those dots where they are because we'll use them again right away. So we're just going to bring them into a bit more of a line. So it's a bit of a ladder, so it's staggered a bit. And we're going to practice moving between them like little lily pads, okay? So the first one we're going to do is just like before our frog jump, so we're a little frog jumping between lily pads. Okay, so hands in front on the next one, and jumping your feet over to meet your hands. Ribbit. Nice work. And then you can come back round to the front. And this time, we're going to jump with 2 feet together, okay? So, we're going to bend our knees and spring up like a spring, and bend our knees again when we land. So, spring. Spring. Okay? Jumping between our lily pads. Then, we're going to hop on 1 foot. So, 1 foot starts, we're going to jump between them again. So bend, push up straight, and land on the same foot. And we'll try the other leg. Kapai. Awesome. This time we'll swap our legs. So we'll go right, left, right, left. Oh, awesome, Emma. I'm glad that those cartwheels were helpful. And I hope that you're, making some progress with them. That sounds awesome. Alright, so this time we're going to try something slightly different with our lily pads. So, we're going to start on 1 foot, and we're going to jump to the next. Whoop. You can place another foot down if you like. We're going to bend over to grab the last one, and take it with us in front to make a little pathway. Okay, so bend behind, place it in front. Okay, so you're going to make a little trail with you, moving along your space. To make it a bit harder, you can use only 1 foot too. Okay, so hop it. So bend down, grab the piece on the back, staying on 1 foot. That's a good balance exercise. Here we go. So give that a go, always bringing the last piece to the front, moving along the room. No lily pad gets left behind. Alright, nice work. Okay, so those pieces of paper are going to be part of our circuit. So we're going to set up the circuit now. So our pieces of paper on one side. We also had our rope. So we're going to bring our rope across to walk along. We're going to have our socks in our bucket as well. They can be in the middle. And actually, we'll just move those to the end of the paper, because then we're going to also have room for a cartwheel in the middle. Okay? So, the way that this circuit's going to go is we're going to walk along our rope. So, with this, we're going to be walking along, arms out to our sides for balance, long, tall body reaching up tall, growing tall like a flower. And this time, instead of just walking like last week, we're going to go and do some dips. Okay, so bending the knee dip, a nice big scoop with the leg. Okay, scoop, 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 scoop. Okay, so walking along our rope with scoops. You can also try that backwards, so scoop, scoop, backwards. Then we're going to come along our mat and do our cartwheel. Ending with arms up tall in the sky. Okay. Then we're going to come along to the bucket with our buddy, who can choose to put it on their head or their cat or their feet. And you can try to throw it into the bucket. And then the last part of the circuit is bringing our pieces of paper along with us. Okay? So I will give everyone a chance to move through that circuit with your buddy and make sure everyone can get a turn at that. So along the rope with dips, back across with a cartwheel, throwing the ball into the bucket on the person's head, feet or cat, and then moving along with the lily pads, bringing the last one along with you every time. So you can keep doing your circuit. I'm just going to pack mine up so I've got some room for the next activity. Alrighty, so make sure you're getting your last turns in on the circuit. And then after you're finished, grab another drink of water. Even if you're not thirsty, it can be important to drink water sometimes. It can be hard to tell if you're thirsty when it's cold and rainy outside. Okie dokie, so wrapping up our circuit, and our last bit, moving onto our mat, and we're going to start off nice and flat. So splat on the floor. Then we're going to push up and be our lizard on the rock. So lizard stretching in the sun on a rock. So, and we're going to give ourselves a nice little wiggle here. Wiggle, 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 wiggle. And then you're going to roll over onto your back, hug your knees, and rolling around side to side. Rolling, rolling, rolling. This is good for our back. And then we can also roll back and forth. Rolling, rolling. And a nice roll here as well. Our feet together, holding on tight to our feet. We're going to roll around in a circle. Teddy bear roll. So you just have to keep holding on to your feet. Hold on tight, rolling around to the side. And you can go all the way around in a circle. And back the other way. Awesome. Alrighty. And then we can all put our hands together. And on 3 we'll go, yay, circus. Alright. So hands coming in. 1, 2, 3, yay, circus. Awesome. Hey, thanks everyone for joining me this week. I had a lot of fun teaching again. And next week, it will be Rich and myself teaching, so we can show you lots of different partner moves for using with your buddy for circus fun. Alright, so yeah, if you have any queries about the classes that we're teaching, check out www.circus.org and see what's happening on there. Alright, thanks everyone. See ya.